Hello, I'm Greg Solomon. Well, folks, I'd like to start this video clip out by talking about a story that has been in the news over the past few months concerning this guy from, I believe he's from the state of Florida. He has a rather severe case of diabetes to the point where it's affecting the circulation in his extremities, and he had to go into the hospital and have one of his legs amputated a few months ago. And it turns out when he got into the operating room, they, by mistake, amputated his wrong leg, actually took off his good leg, and they had to take him back into the operating room and amputate the other leg. So this guy ended up having both of his legs amputated. And, well, this was such an egregious act of negligence on the part of the hospital and the surgeon that he got a lawyer and filed suit against the hospital and the doctor that did the surgery, and rightly so. I don't blame him a bit. Well, I was just watching CNN this afternoon, and they were talking about that case. It actually went to court today, and the judge promptly threw the case out of court. Yeah, he told the guy he didn't have a leg to stand on. Okay, folks, let me talk for a little bit about my camera. I've been seeing some comments and got some email about my camera. A lot of you have noticed that I'm using a different camera now than what I was using last year, the black and white camera that I was using last year. I saw a video clip by Mr. Renetto in which he tried to state that the reason my camera was gone was due to our online poker match last year. Well, that is absolutely ludicrous, Mr. Renetto. Why would my camera be gone when I, in fact, won that poker match? And my win is clearly archived in the videotapes out on YouTube. Those videotapes are out there for anyone to watch. You can clearly see I called Renetto's bluff. I was holding a pat hand, playing my cards close to the vest. I called Renetto's bluff. Renetto laid his hand on the table, and essentially he had no cards. I caught Mr. Renetto essentially with his pants down and his hands empty. And he's been trying to save face ever since. Let it go, Mr. Renetto. Accept your loss graciously. I'm not the kind of man that's going to rub it in anyway. Now, let me tell you the real reason why I'm using this camera. What I had been looking for actually was a camera with an external microphone, or at least an attachment for an external microphone. And I happened to be at the store a few months ago and was browsing through the cameras, and I saw this one. And it had just what I was looking for, the attachment for the external microphone. As you can see, I think you can see it, I have the microphone right here, clipped to my shirt. Now, I was thinking by having an external microphone, it would make the audio quality significantly better. However, I must admit, when I first came out here with my first video clip, my Greg Solomon Returns video clip, once I did that video clip and played it back, I mean, the quality was so poor, just watching it was enough to make a preacher cuss. I have to say I was quite disappointed, not just with the audio quality, but with the video quality as well. This camera is also a tape-driven camera. It has little mini cassette tapes that you put in it. My other camera had a memory card that you put in it, so there was no moving parts in it. But this one here has the tape drive, so of course the tape mechanism is turning, and has a little motor in it that's operating while I'm videotaping, and I think that contributes to poor audio quality. I believe this camera is probably okay outside, which is where I'm at now, when the lighting is real good. But it's not exactly what I had hoped it would be. And so this will probably be the last time that I use this camera. Well, I might use it outside now and then, but I think what I'm going to do is go back and use the black and white camera, even though it does not have the external jack, the jack for the external microphone. I'm still going to go back to it because I think the quality, both video and audio, is better than this camera. So the next video that you see from me will be my black and white video camera. Let me also talk about the friend request situation out here on YouTube, or at least the friend request situation as it pertains to me. I've noticed I've been getting friend requests, and I will try to access those friend requests to go through them and approve them. And for weeks I've not been able to. I have just been able to access friend requests from last year. Even before I came on to YouTube a couple of weeks ago with my return video, my first video since I've been back, I would occasionally go out and check my channel, and I would see friend requests, and I would try to access them, and all I would get was the same 20 friend requests from last year. It was like stuck on these 20 friend requests from November of last year. There was no way that I could click to go to another page. It didn't make any difference if I approved those 20 friend requests from November of 2007 or what I did with them. Next time I logged in, they were still there. So even though I would go to the front YouTube page and I would see, you know, you have 14 new friend requests, or you have 61 new friend requests, or whatever, they kept adding up and adding up, but I wasn't able to access them. When I would click on the friend requests, it would just take me back to the same 20 friend requests from November. And I had written YouTube about it, and nothing was being done. I had no way to fix the problem. And essentially what happens yesterday, I'm not sure if someone actually got hold of one of my emails and finally went out there and fixed it, or if the situation just resolved itself on its own. But yesterday, finally I started being able to access the friend requests, and I was able to approve them. So I've approved all the friend requests up until today. I just wanted to relate that to you because I don't want people to think they're making friend requests and then I'm just blowing them off or ignoring them, because that's not the case. I try to go through all of the friend requests. I try to go through my messages. I think a lot of you can attest to that. I'll try to go through my messages and answer as many as I can. So I just didn't want people to think that I was just blowing them off or ignoring them on the friend requests. I don't know how long my friend request thing will be working, if it will go back to like it was before and start having problems again, but it's working now. An alternative you might want to do is on my page, you can go up there and just hit subscribe if you want, as opposed to the friend request. And no, I'm not trying to get people to subscribe by saying that. I'm just stating that that might be an alternative, maybe a better alternative, seeing as how this friend request situation has been acting up. I don't know if anyone else has had any trouble with that or not, but it was certainly very annoying on my channel not being able to get to those friend requests and approve them. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know what was going on with that. And now what I want to do, I want to recommend someone for your viewing. And this is something that I don't usually do. I don't usually get out in a video and recommend somebody. There's a fellow out here, a musician, who apparently has some sort of a homemade recording studio that he has put together. And this guy is unsigned. He just does this on his own. He has this homemade recording studio put together where he makes his own recordings and even makes his own videos. And it appears as if he plays all of the instruments in these recordings. You guys need to check this fellow out. This guy is really, really good. He goes by the name of Eden Maze, E-D-E-N-M-A-Z-E, and I'll put a link to it along with this video so you can access it. Or actually, I'm subscribed to him so you can access his channel through my my subscriptions. I mean, this guy has got some really good songs. He has a definite knack for putting together catchy tunes, and the production of it is just really, really strong work. I'm just surprised that this fellow is not signed by anyone. I can't tell you how many times I've hopped in the car to go somewhere and flip through the radio, going through the dial, and I just hear garbage coming out of the radio from people who are signed, and this guy is putting out some really good stuff, really catchy tunes. I've actually caught myself a couple times doing something around the house or at work or whatever, and I'll have this tune going through my head. Oh, what is that? And I'll realize it was that guy's tune. A couple of tunes that I've heard of his that are going through my head. You know how it is when you listen to a tune that's kind of catchy, and it'll, even after you've heard it a couple times, throughout the day you might hear it in your head, and that's how it is with this guy's tunes. A couple of his tunes have kind of stayed in my head, and to me that's a really good sign that the guy is putting out some good stuff. And give him a listen, he's really good. Well, folks, I'm going to wrap this up, and as I said, the next video that I do out here will be with my black and white camera, and I have a couple of issues pertaining to YouTube and the community and the situation out here, a couple of issues that I'm going to get to and delve into. And I will probably specifically deal with Mr. Renetto in another video. Let me say this also about Mr. Renetto. I had unsubscribed from Mr. Renetto last year. Many of you might have recalled. I unsubscribed specifically because he uploaded a video clip in which he was riding on an airplane and was joking, had his video camera going, and he was joking about having bombs or explosives in his, I don't know, his suitcase or his briefcase or something like that. And after I saw that video clip, I made a video clip of my own. I unsubscribed from him. I made a video clip of my own, and I demanded that Mr. Renetto, Mr. Paul Robinette, remove that video clip immediately. And Mr. Renetto refused to remove the video clip. And Mr. Renetto said for the sake of art, the video clip was going to stay up. Well, I've noticed that since I've been gone during my absence, Mr. Renetto has removed that video clip. In a very obvious attempt to placate and appease me. And to you, Mr. Renetto, I would say that that is a very positive step in the right direction. Now, folks, as I said, I have a couple of issues that I'm going to discuss concerning YouTube and the community. And I have a lot of other issues and a lot of other topics I'm going to discuss in forthcoming videos. And as I said, next time I'm out here, you'll see me with my other camera. So until then, this is Greg Solomon saying take care.